How does information get to you on the mesh? Here's what happens when you ask for a web page, let's say facebook.com, on your computer. Your device sends the request through a wireless adapter that turns it into a radio wave that travels through the air to your mesh router. If your mesh router has two antennas, it can receive the signal on either public frequency, 2.4 GHz or 5 GHz. Don't confuse 5 GHz with 5G, which means fifth generation cellular. 5G is a new cellular technology that is beginning to be used in some large cities. 5G routers belong to large cellular companies like T-Mobile and are usually located on telephone poles or light posts. Newport Wireless Mesh is a locally run community service provider. Our routers are located on private homes and point. When the signal gets to your mesh router consults a map it has in its brain of all its neighbor routers. No, not that kind of map. Routers think in numbers. It uses an algorithm to compute the lowest cost path to an access point. When it gets to the access point, a mesh router sends it through a cable to a bridge router. The bridge speeds it wirelessly through the air to our gateway atop the United Church. At the gateway, it travels down a cable to meet a fiber optic network belonging to a larger internet service provider. This is the route your request takes to get to a Facebook server in Boston, Massachusetts. This crazy path is due to the way the internet is structured. The server has a copy of the web page you asked for. On the return trip, your web page gets broken up into pieces, and each takes its own route back to your computer or phone, where it's reassembled in proper order and presented to you on the screen. Total round trip, over 13,000 miles. Total elapsed time, less than 1 second. Newport Wireless Mesh is a last mile network. It needs less infrastructure than a coax or fiber cable network, can be built by community volunteers, requires no fees or permits, and exists solely to serve